Hello everyone, I'm Akshada from St. Joseph's College of Arts and Science, welcoming you to this YouTube channel. This video is for the paper Shakespeare. Here in this video, we'll discuss in detail Shakespeare's comical play Twelfth Night. What is Twelfth Night? Twelfth Night, or What You Will, is another name of Twelfth Night, is a comedy about a cross-dressing, shipwrecked, surviving, poetry-loving girl who finds herself at the center of a gender-bending love triangle. So this is a triangular love story by William Shakespeare, believed to have been written around 1601 to 1602 as a 12th night's entertainment for the close of the Christmas season. So we have to take a look at what actually the 12th night refers to. The play is most famous for challenging commonly accepted gender roles of the Elizabethan era and being a transvestite comedy. So what is transvestite comedy? A transvestite means a male or a female dressing themselves in the opposite sex. That's a male dressing as a female or a female dressing as a male. That will create certain comedy. So what here means is a cross-dressing comical scenes are going to take place. The play expanded on the musical interludes and riots disorder expected of such an occasion, which was a day of opposite in people's dress and behavior. What is the characteristics of Elizabethan comedy? So as we say, Shakespeare is an Elizabethan writer, so he follows the Elizabethan comical rules there. A genre named for Queen Elizabeth I, the ruling monarch during Shakespeare's time. Elizabethan comedies include the following conventions. What are the tone must be in a light-hearted way. So a light-hearted tone, mistaken identity. This is the theme of Twelfth Night too. Multiple plot lines. Not only a single plot is there. There are a single main plot and it has so many subplots too. Multiple plot lines. Frequent use of puns. And a clever or fool will play a very good role here. A conflict between propriety and debauchery. Young lovers who overcome obstacles to their relationship, and as usual, a happy ending that includes marriages, reconciliations, and reunions. This is the end of all the comedies of Shakespeare's. So thus, this comical play too follows all the conventions of Elizabethan era. When is Twelfth Night? So what actually the term Twelfth Night refers to? It refers to the evening of 5th of January according to Oxford Dictionary. So what is that? Preceding 12th day. That is the 12th day of a particular celebration, the celebration of Christmas. The eve of Epiphany, formerly the last day of Christmas festivities. The last day celebrations of Christmas festivities and observed as the time of merrymaking. So a happiest day of that ends in 5th of January. Twelfth Night is a festival in some branches of Christianity concluding the 12th day of Christmas. In medieval and Tudor England, the 12th night marked the end of winter festival. So it just marks the end of winter festival and that started on All Hallows Eve. The Lord of Misrule symbolizes the world turning upside down. This is a mythical reference here. And on this day, the king and all those who were high would become the peasants and vice versa. They used to change their rules. It is believed that at the beginning of the 12th night festival, a cake that contained a bean was eaten. A cake that contains a bean was eaten. The person who found the bean would rule the fest. So who is the leader of the fest? Who is the king of the fest? Is the person who has the bean in the cake. Midnight signaled the end of the rule and the world would return to the normal. The single day, the men will get the chance of playing the ruler part. 12th, the common theme was that the normal order of things was reversed. So this is the theme. The normal order of things was reversed. So king will become the common man and common man will become the king. 12th night itself was a day of play performances. So in the 12th night, they used to have so many plays that used to take place. So that is Twelfth Night. So why we celebrate Twelfth Night? It is known as the Feast of Epiphany or Feast of Misrule. So this term Epiphany means to show or to reveal suddenly. So religious groups celebrated their Savior being revealed. So that is the reason why we celebrate the 12th night, and that's the reason why this play has the title. What is the setting of the play? The setting of the place Kingdom of Illyria, an imaginary land called Illyria in 1600s. Twelfth Night is set in the imaginary dukedom of Illyria. It is a dukedom place. This setting is important to the romantic nature of the play. So as it is a comical, romantic comedy, so we can say this place too has the same feeling of romantic nature. Illyria was an ancient region on the eastern coast of the Adriatic Sea, covering parts of modern Serbia, Slovenia, Bosnia, Albania, Croatia, and Montenegro. The city-state called Ragusa has been proposed as the setting. So, as it is a romantic place, and this is a romantic play, the household, the setting of each and every character's place will also reveal certain things. What are they? Illyria is the major character of this play. Illyria, the city, is so mysterious, romantic, and confusing. Duke Orsino's house will be filled with love sticks and a music-filled area, and Lady Olivia's house is festivity versus sobriety. So these are the themes that is going to be dealt with that setting. And here, a story in a short, the theme of love. This is a triangular love story. So what is love? Love, lust, infatuations. So it has a love at first sight, the fooleries of love, the melancholy of love. So all in one. What is a love triangle? So this is a triangular love story. It has three men. So first one is Viola, alias Cesario. Viola is a lady who is going to be disguised as Cesario, a male, is falling in love with Orsino, whereas Orsino is in love with Olivia. But this Olivia fell in love with Cesario as when he disguises as a male. So this is the triangular love story, and whose love is going to join with whom is the climax of the play. What is the theme? One of the main theme in Twelfth Night is love. It appears in many forms in the play, just like in society. Love often resembles madness. So who are in love? Olivia loves Cesario, Viola loves Duke Orsino, Toby loves Maria, and Malvolio loves himself. So their love in a more or less is described here. Orsino is in love with love, emotions, romance, beauty, and how it makes himself feel. So the Duke loves Olivia. Andrew also loves Olivia, in love with position. He is interested in Olivia's status, her wealth, and standing in the community. As a man with the wealth and position, he seeks a woman of equal and a higher standing. And Olivia and Cesario's love at first sight. This comes true later. And Olivia. So Viola loves Duke, and Toby loves Maria, that is just lust. And Malvolio loves Malvolio, that is self-love or conceit, we can say. He is constantly admiring himself and imagining other ordering him. His love for Olivia is based on his own self-interest. So what are the love that comes together is Viola's love for Duke, but in a mistaken identity. So the main theme of Twelfth Night is love. And there are more other things. When it comes under love, it is not just only romantic love, it is also a brotherly love also. That is the love of Sebastian and Viola. Look for brotherly examples also is here, and the ambition of folly is there. So class and status is also one among the theme where the penultimate importance in Shakespeare's time. We can see that when we watch what happens as a result of Malvolio's pursuit for Olivia, But then also we can watch what happens in with Maria and her love interest. So what seems to be the difference in the two situations comes under class and status. So what are all the motives? Letters, messages and tokens are used as motives here. Twelfth Night features a great variety of messages sent from one character to another, sometimes as a letter and other times in the form of tokens. Such messages are used both for purposes of communication and miscommunication, sometimes deliberate and sometimes accidental. Madness and fools are also used here as a motive, and disguise, deception and illusion plays a major part here in this 12th. So the language is both prose and poetry. Shakespeare uses this language because in particular as a comical play. In his plays, Shakespeare often reverts between prose and poetry for the characters' dialogue. How can you tell this? Because this is one of the easiest part of reading Shakespeare. The poetry section, when in written in blank verse, have a large amount of room for the last word on the line to end up of the page. The prose section look just like regular text in novel approaching the end of the page. Remember that the members of the nobility typically speak in poetry, while those in lower classes typical in prose. This is not always true, so think about why Shakespeare is making this distinction here. Shakespeare used the verse to do the following, because to express deep emotion requiring elevated languages, make wise, reflective observations that require soft, lofty language, and to inject irony, he uses verse, and he uses prose to express ordinary and undistinguished observations such as madness and senility, and to poke fun at characters who lack the wit to speak in verse. So that's the end of the play, I think so. We have dealt with the story, the theme and thematic elements of the play of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. Thanks for watching.